Jacob's Kitchen. I am not Giant James. Giant James isn't here, so I'm gonna fill in his absence. You might recognize me from the show You Can't Sit With Us, which is on Friday nights at 9 p.m. on MIHK.tv. And this show is on Thursdays. I'm not actually quite sure what time, but you can watch it. So I decided today what I'm gonna make with you guys. It's a super simple recipe. I was trying to think what I should make that James hadn't made before. And this is not a traditional recipe. As you guys know, if you've watched me host James' show before, I don't tend to do the recipes in the normal way. I try and add a little twist to it. So what we're gonna do today is called spaghetti alla carbonara, which is an Italian spaghetti with, it's like a creamy sauce and with lots of bacon, and it's not very good for you, but it tastes really good. So we've got some spaghetti, we've got 4 eggs, some Parma ham, or you can use Serrano ham, whichever you like. Serrano ham is slightly, cheaper. Some fresh flat leaf parsley. This is different to the English parsley because you can see the leaves are straight and not the curly ones. This is some pancetta. Pancetta is basically like a different. It's like lardon in French, which is like the chopped bacon. But this is thick cut chopped up bacon into cubes. And this one is the dolce one, which means the sweet one. Then we have some Parmigiano Reggiano, which is it's a special type of Parmesan cheese, and you just grate it yourself. Please don't buy the pre-mixed grated ones. It tastes much better when you do it yourself, even though it is more expensive. And then we have some cooking cream. The original Italian recipe, they don't use cream, but I'm going to use cream because I don't care. And then we have, of course, wine, because why not? Okay, so I'm going to start getting stuff ready. You can see here I've got a pot of boiling water, of course. If I can switch this stove on every time. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a good lug of olive oil right there. Just let that heat up a little bit. In the meantime, I'm going to salt my water. Because when you make pasta, you must always make sure there's plenty of salt in the water. Your water should taste like salty sea water, okay? Do not cook your pasta in plain water. It will have no taste, and it's a waste of pasta. Okay, so we're going to get that oil going first. And we're going to get the cubati, or the pancetta. So we're going to put that over there. Another variation of this recipe is the Japanese variation, and they use a lot of black pepper. I'm going to do a sort of Cassie's own recipe this time. So it's a sort of mix of all the different variations. They have the American one with the cream, the Italian one with the cubati and the pancetta, and my one with the alcohol. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. I've never made this before, so I just made it up on my way here. So we'll see. In the meantime, I'm going to drink some alcohol. Okay, so you can see the oil is hot. I'm going to start putting in the pancetta just like that. Smells so good. Okay, so I'm going to put down the temperature a little bit, and I'm going to fry the pancetta until it's cooked, but not until it's too crispy, okay? So we're just going to fry it a little bit like this. Got to make sure it's pretty well done. Okay, so you can see that, all the nice fat that's coming off. Smells good. Okay, I'm just gonna let that go for a little while. Take the eggs out of here, and I'm gonna break the 4 eggs. Just like that. Whisk it with a fork. You can use a whisk, but I don't have one, so I'm just gonna use a fork. Try and make it a little bit fluffy like this. So you're moving the eggs different directions, up and down. And I'm gonna fold in some Parmesan. So. I'm gonna add some black pepper to this mix. Give it a good shake. If you guys like some pepper, put a lot. I like a lot of pepper, so that's how I'm making it. A little bit of salt, of course. You have to season at every step that you cook. Never season just before you cook, never season just after you cook. Put salt in every step, otherwise it's going to be too salty. Okay, you can see that's coming in nicely there. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to pour some white wine into here. And we're going to just let that sit until that's a nice cooked down sauce. Okay, so you'll remember what we were doing with this mix. I'm going to pour some cream into that. I'm not really measuring things, but you guys can find the measurements you put on online. I tend to sort of cook from my heart. I need some scissors. Where are my scissors? I don't know where they went. I'm just going to use a knife. This isn't dangerous at all. Well, this doesn't even work. There we go. Shortcut, cooking hacks. Okay, so I'm adding cream. Italians will go crazy if they see this. They don't like to add cream. I think it gives a good texture. So, too bad, Italians. My grandmother will be turning in her grave if she sees this. Okay. I'm gonna add a bit more Parmigiano. Just to thicken it up a little bit. So you can see how it's getting a little bit thicker. I'm gonna make the sauce just like that. Okay, and so all at the same time, I'm just checking on this. I want the wine sauce to get a little bit thick, and then we can get ready. Okay, so I'm going to start to boil the salty water that we have here. Salty water is boiling. Where did I put my salt? I think I need to put more. No, more salt here. Keep whisking, because the more you whisk the eggs, the better it's going to taste. Okay, whisking some. Only put a little cream at a time so it's easier to mix in. Oh, excuse me. Okay, and drink wine the whole time. That's how you cook in Giant Cassie's Kitchen. I changed the name, it's my show now. Okay, more pepper. Add some salt. Keep whisking. Okay, checking on my, see, oh, that smells so good. Okay, waiting for my water to boil. In the meantime, let's break up some of this parsley. Chuck the stems out, you don't really need them. What we really want are these gorgeous, nice leaves over here, okay? So we're gonna pluck off all the leaves. Stalks not really needed, because the leaves will really give the dish some color, because this dish will look really boring on a plate unless maybe you add some tomatoes on the side. I like to make a tomato salad. I didn't bring tomatoes, but you guys know how to make a tomato salad. Okay, so I'm just gonna get all these nice leaves, and they just add some decoration, you know, and they taste so good. I love the taste of parsley. Okay, you can also use basil if you like, but I like the shape of the leaves of, okay, so that's thickening up. That's looking really, really, smelling really great. I wish you guys could smell it through your screens. You can't, so too bad. So I'm putting a lot of pepper in everything. This is, again, more Japanese style than anything else, but I like it like that. You can put less pepper if you like. It's not, you don't need to have this much pepper. Okay. Okay, now this can go all the way down, and this is going to go up, because we're going to make it boil. It takes a long time on the stove. The stove is damn slow. In the meantime, we're going to have a drink for a change. Fun tip from a chef, clean up as you go, because at the end, it's a hell. So with the Parma ham over here, what we're going to do is going to make that into crisp. So we're going to make it into one nice crisp that we're going to lie on top of each dish. So you'll have one nice, beautiful piece of just perfectly crisp Parma ham over there. Take the pasta out of its package. Hopefully you guys can find fresh pasta. I'm just using this. I know this is not actually nice pasta. I'm going to use about this much. I think it's good. Don't put the pasta in, obviously, until the water is boiling. This pasta's just gonna sit there for now. I'm gonna put some olive oil in the water. What that does is some pastas can get gluey, especially if you're using like a gluten-free pasta or a rice-based pasta. So what you do is you just add some oil to the water, and then you will see that it doesn't stick. Okay, just a little bit, you don't need a lot. Ugh, what is it doing? It's attacking me. Got a vendetta. Okay. I'm making such a mess in this kitchen. I swear, every time I cook in here, it's like a bomb is exploded. So I'm gonna just keep picking these off, blah, 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 blah. Keep whisking this with some more cream. This is a really heavy dish, so you can't eat a lot of it. It's like really fattening. But it tastes super good, so it's kind of worth it. Don't eat this if you have high cholesterol or you have heart problems. It's terrible for you. That's why I add the green stuff, so I can trick people into thinking that it's not as bad. Okay. My water is almost boiling. I'm stirring. I'm just doing this all by eye, guys. Sorry. I don't use measurements when I cook. I just sort of taste as I go along. Some people prefer to follow measurements, but I don't care. Okay. Keep that. Gotta wait for this to boil. Okay. So it's almost ready. I'm just gonna chuck all the pasta in there. Okay, we're just gonna wait till the bottom bits dissolve and then I'll push it all into place. Okay, it's going, it's happening. That's what happens when I try and, ouch! Oh my God, that just went on my titty. My bad. Okay, there we go, it's mostly in. That's what she said. Okay, there we go, that's going away. The stress of just boiling pasta water. Need to drink more. I bet if you guys did a supercut of any time I drank on an MIHK.tv show, there'd be so many, because I drink on my show every 5 minutes. Okay. This is gonna take like 10 minutes, so you just boil the pasta as long as it says on the packet, minus 2 minutes, okay? So whatever it says in the packet, take off 2 minutes, and that's the right amount. So, and also doing this on top stops the pot from bubbling over. So if you put a wooden chopstick or a wooden spoon, it's not gonna go brrrr and go everywhere. Fun tip. Also guys, comment below what kind of dishes would you like to see us cook? Would you like to see us cook more Western food or more Chinese food, or like I did last time, Thai food? What do you guys think is interesting to see us cook? Because this is like very simple dish. It is really not difficult to cook. I didn't exactly stretch my imagination with thinking of what to make. I actually wanted to make clam spaghetti, but I heard that somebody else made clam spaghetti on the show before, so stuck with a carbonara. Maybe next time I will try Japanese food. Oh no, I made Japanese food on the show before as well. Tuna noodles. Okay. I'm gonna accidentally drink this olive oil one day. I'm gonna think it's wine. Just feel like, oh dear. Oh dear. If you guys want to know a fun trick, I don't actually think this works, but it's something my grandmother always does. So when she wants to know whether her pasta is finished, she gets one string of pasta like this, and she throws it at the wall, and if it sticks to the wall, then it's finished. Okay, so I'm gonna try. Ah, it's pretty good. Is it gonna stay? I think it needs like a little bit longer. Sorry, Andrew. I'm destroying your cabinets with throwing things. But apparently that's what you do to see if it's properly al dente. If it's overcooked, it will not stick, but it's stuck a little bit too much. It's gonna stick and then slide a little bit. I just like to look at it and see if it's done, so. No, it doesn't feel finished. Not yet, not yet. What do I need to do? I need to get my tongs ready for plating. Okay, so this has to be on super low heat because otherwise if I add the egg mixture in, we're gonna get scrambled eggs and pasta and that's gross. Okay, so I'm gonna slowly pour it in on a very low heat and just gently mix it. Oops. Okay, so it's just like shiny, you can see that? It's not really cooking, it's just warming. Stir it quickly there. Okay, a little bit more. Delicious. More pepper. Okay, so we're going to wait for some of this to thicken a little bit. Okay, so now we're just going to put the accoutrements, which we add to the top of the pasta. And add a little bit of oil. I'm going to wait for the oil to get hot. We're going to fry the Parma ham or Serrano, whatever, to add to the top. That's good. Not bad. We need some salt. Okay. Crisp it up. Uh-oh. Messed this one up. Okay, ignore that one. Let's try again. More oil. Okay. My bad. More oil. Might need to extract it down. I told you this wasn't healthy. I'm gonna wait till it's all crisped up there, so I'm gonna use that piece. Probably I'm not gonna use the others. Yeah, probably will. Oh wait. Okay, and there we have it. With a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, we have our spaghetti carbonara. You can just use one at the top, or I'm just going to use all of the ones that I used, just like that. And this is how you make very at-home style, hearty dish. If you're hungry and you're craving something more filling and more, I don't know, this is what I like to eat. It's not good for you though. Just to warn you, don't give me any grief about your health problems after eating this. But yeah, there you have it. A simple fusion type spaghetti carbonara. I'm gonna put more pepper because I like pepper. And there we go. There you have it. My dish that I made today. Okay, so you guys can catch me on You Can't Sit With Us, which is on Friday nights at 8 p.m. live on MIHK.tv or lojo.com. It's both. And you can catch Giant James's Kitchen on Thursdays. I don't know what time, but you can watch it on the channel. Okay, thank you so much for watching. It's been great. Bye.